Hello, and welcome back sa Kung Ano Man 'To. Para sa episode na ngayon, for this episode, we're gonna be talking about paano kung ma-fall ka sa best friend mo. And itong idea na 'to, galing 'to sa isa sa mga listeners natin na nag-reach out saying gusto niya daw ng episode about a situation where paano kung mahulog ka sa best friend mo or ma-fall in love ka sa best friend mo. And I did not personally select this topic pero dahil sinuggest ng isa sa ating mga listeners, tara! Let's talk about that shit. So, personally, I have not been in a situation where na-fall in love ako sa best friend ko. Uh, most of the situations na I've fallen in love for someone, usually it's from observing them from afar and then typically not liking them at first, but slowly I start to appreciate things about them and then that's when I catch feelings. Pero when it comes to falling in love with your best friend, medyo mahina ang aking expertise and experience when it comes to this. Pero dahil sinuggest ng isa sa ating mga listeners, tara, pag-usapan natin yan. So, paano kung may love ka sa best friend mo? Paano kaya yun? Um, okay. I'm trying to put myself in the position of my friends na fall in love nga sa best friend nila. So, from what I heard, the listener na 'to, from what she stated, I'll keep her private because private, I don't know, because privacy. Um, this person, lagi siya napupunta sa situation where nahuhulog siya sa guy na unavailable or either she thinks na it's too good for her and then she doesn't pursue and then one of her friends or someone nakakilala niya comes in, swoops the guy and then they become a thing and then she just has to sit there and watch as that shit happens and siyempre yung self-esteem nitong friend ko na 'to or itong listener na 'to, I'm considering her I'll call her a friend or is that feeling close? Let's just say listener. To this listener, well, no, to my friend, ayun, I'm relating this friend to my listener. So, this friend of mine, lagi siyang ano, lagi siyang pumunta sa situation na gano'n. And of course, you can imagine na like yung ano niya, yung self-esteem mo from that magta-tank down kasi of course you'll feel like you're not good enough, you'll feel like you weren't that attractive to begin with kasi if you were, you could have pulled this person. Pero the problem is this friend of mine doesn't really do the first move most of the time and the times that she does, the same thing always happens. She doesn't get the guy and that shit sucks. And I'm trying to help her through it, but that's between me and her na. So, paano kung ma-fall in love ka sa best friend mo? First, consider kung nafa-fall in love ka nga ba talaga sa tao na yun. And falling in love, there's not a definitive term. Case to case siya. Lahat ng mga tao may sari-sariling thoughts about falling in love. Lahat ng mga tao may sari-sariling ideas of what it's like to fall in love. Kaya what my definition of falling in love is can be different from yours and I am not a professional, pero let me share my thoughts about this topic. So, for me, falling in love is when you get the butterflies. Some people think na getting the butterflies is a sign na this isn't the right person for you kasi this person makes you feel nervous, this person makes you feel anxious. But for me, getting butterflies is a great sign kasi it means that you're attracted to them. You get the butterflies kasi you care about this person, you care about what they may think about you, and you value their perception of you. That's another sign of you're falling in love. But you value their perception of you, not in a professional way, but in a romantic way. Another sign that you're falling in love is you feel as if you can see yourself being with this person. You feel as if nakikita mo yung sarili mo with this person. Nakikita mo, you see a future with them. And if not, even if you're not the date to marry kind of person, you see some fun in them. You see how like nakikita mo sarili mong masaya with this person, nakikita mo na kaya ka niyang pasayahin, nakikita mo na you and him or you and her would have fun together na makakapag-relate kayo sa isa't isa na kaya niyong mag-go on adventures. You can see yourself opening up to this person. You can see this person being your partner through ups and downs and sa lahat and kung saan man magpunta, you see yourself with this person. Another sign of falling in love is you're suddenly very interested sa person na 'to. You're interested like this person, they capture your interest the way a platonic or professional relationship doesn't catch your attention. It catches your attention in a different way. It catches your attention in a more intimate and sensual way. It's different when it comes to this person. That's my definition of falling in love. And if you can notice that slowly but surely, you're more interested into this person, maybe it's time to consider your feelings instead of trying to hide them. So, is it kasi usually kasi sa Philippines, sa people na I've met, when you catch feelings for somebody, they start to think na like, should I confess or should I not? Pero the real question you should be asking is, ready ka ba for a relationship? Gusto mo ba ng relationship? At kakayanin mo bang magka-relationship na romantic? Kasi it's not always about the confession. Kasi let's say, it's all about the intention eh. Like, ano bang balak mo sa pag-amin mo? May binabalak ka ba? Like, do you plan on pursuing them romantically after your confession? Like, for me kasi, I think it's stupid if you're gonna confess to somebody, like, pour your heart out, express how much you love them. Pero wala ka naman palang intention to date anyone, 'di ba? Kinda like, it's kinda like you're advertising all of these features sa cellphone na 'to, pero sasabihin mo na, "Ay no, unavailable nga pala." Kasi hindi these features would have worked on your phone, pero your phone doesn't have this thing, and then because of that, you can't access this. Yeah, it's kinda like false advertising. But ayun na nga, you have to clear up your intentions with yourself or talk to a friend about it. Ano bang gusto mo? Is confessing to this person, to your friend, is confessing to your friend worth is confessing to your friend worth it? Or consider na, is confessing to your friend the right move para sa'yo? Kasi ikaw lang talaga makakaalam niyan. Ano, I can't give specific advice kasi walang situation na naka-attach dun sa sinabi ni listener, but nasa sa'yo na yan. Masasabi ko lang is get to know your intentions. Ano bang gusto mo sa buhay? Kung gusto mo ng partner and alam mong ready ka to date and you're willing to be in a romantic relationship, move on to step two. Step two is consider if your friendship is worth more. Ano ba mas worth it? Yung friendship nyo or a romantic relationship with your friend? That is really up to you actually. I'm trying to put myself in your position. Is it worth it ba para sa'yo? Only you can really weigh that actually. If you okay, like let's say matagal na kayo magkaibigan, like let's say like a few years na. In that situation, I doubt na confessing your love to this person will ruin it. Kasi chances are if you're friends for that long, the both of you can just brush it off and be like, "Eh, okay, you had romantic feelings for me, but I'm gonna try it." Then, yeah, basta yun. You guys can bounce back more quicker kung gano'n. But kung bago pa lang kayong friends, maybe okay, let's analyze this further. Can you be around him without making it feel awkward for him? I mean, what I mean is, can you be around him without feeling awkward? Kasi siyempre, if you're romantically interested in somebody, you feel anxious, you feel the itsy-gitsy, you feel the, not the, but more of the, "Uy." You know what I mean? You feel flustered when you're around this person. And sometimes you get so flustered na you kinda can't be around them without without feeling a certain type of discomfort kasi you like the person and everything they do and say just gives you the butterflies and you get all giddy and you just wanna hide your and you don't wanna make it weird for them, but you can't hide your feelings because your feelings are just too strong. If you can't be around them that much, maybe try to distance yourself and figure your shit out. Okay, let's say na you realize na you're not ready for a relationship. You realize na you don't actually want a relationship. Let's do a deep dive on this idea. Let's look at it from all angles para we can approach it with a nuanced approach. So, let's say that you don't want a relationship, but you have feelings for your friends and you don't know how to get the fuck over it. Um Try to distance yourself. Pati na rin to para sa mga gusto mag-move on. Distance yourself from this person kasi that way you can give like you can give yourself some space from the romantic feelings na you're trying to get over. Not Let's not say neglect. I think you should welcome it into your life and then let it sit there for a while, and then when it's ready to go, open the door for it to leave. But since feelings and emotions, they don't really tell you when they're gonna leave and they don't really tell you when they're gonna come. So just when these feelings come into your life, you just gotta open the door, welcome it into your life, give it some time to do whatever it has to do, tell you whatever it has to tell you, and then when it's told you everything that you need to know and it gets tired of telling you how much you feel up for this person, eventually it gets tired and it leaves, and that's when you open the door. And distancing yourself from this person is the first step because the more you distance yourself from this person, the more time that you're away from this person, you get familiar with being you get familiar with being away from this person. And when you're away from this person, the familiarity of being away from them builds up in your brain and thus becomes what you're used to. And then you start to see them more as somebody from the background. And then eventually your romantic feelings fade because here you get used to them being away from your vision, out of sight, out of mind, diba? And another exercise would be to remind yourself that like you're not really ready for a relationship and that going for this person isn't the right thing to do. And the third thing, be patient with yourself. I mean, don't hate yourself for having these feelings for somebody because these feelings are normal. It shows that you're human. It shows that you're an appreciative person and you appreciate so much from this person that you see them in a romantic light. And that's also a good thing because it shows na you know what you like in a person. You know what you like in a partner. And it just so happens that this person is your friend. I have to say most of the time people do fall for your friends kasi they see them in like they see the you go through ups and downs with them and those ups and downs builds memories and those memories build comfort. Feel like you live the life with this person and it's kind of hard not to see them in a romantic light. I get that. I really do. So what do you do if you like the person? What do you do if you like your friend? Do you confess? Well, alam mo naman na sarili mo na you like this person, so and you want to pursue them romantically, so go. But people do actually weigh kung ano yung mas lamang, kung ano yung mas valuable para sa kanila, yung friendship ba nila or a romantic relationship with this person. Not gonna lie, I don't think confessing to a friend risks the friendship that you had with this person. I mean, there are definitely cases where nag-confess ka sa friend mo and then masisira yung friendship na meron kayo. Definitely may mga cases na gano'n. I'm not gonna neglect that. Pero most of the time, if it's a really good friendship talaga, if it's a really good friendship talaga, then confessing won't really ruin the relationship. I mean, don't be afraid to if it was a real connection in the first place, they would understand and they would be like, "Ah, I'm really flattered that you're romantically attracted sa akin." And if they reject you, then that's fine. We can go back to being friends. And things won't really change if solid yung bond nyo sa mga napapansin ka based on my experience. Ganun ang most of the time na nangyayari. Pero if the bond wasn't really that good in the first place, medyo alanganin yung friendship nyo. And in that situation, you have to weigh kung ano ba mas mahalaga sa'yo. Keeping your friendship with this person or having a chance to possibly be their romantic partner. So how do you weigh that? Oh shit, we're 16 minutes in. So how do you weigh that? Well, you have to consider what do you value more? Are okay, yung na-attract ka sa kanya, 'di ba? So ano yung mga parts of him that really attract you? And like let's say na you like how caring he is. You like the fact na he listens to the same music that you do. You like how he's passionate about engineering, or let's say like she likes you love how passionate she is about tourism and knowing all of this shit about all these different kind of places. You have to think na like makikita ko ba 'tong mga features na 'to sa ibang tao o sa kanya lang? Kasi if you think about it, most of the things that we get attracted to, we can find it in other people. I'm not saying na like overlook the value that this person has. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is like you have to weigh like kailangan mo you have to weigh kung a chance to be with this person is worth risking your friendship. And in order to weigh that, you have to find out how rare is it to find this person. I can't I get na I'm approaching this in a very logical way, and feelings, they're not really something that you should be approaching in a very logical way. It should be very like you should look at it from your own virtues. Like you should look at it from your own perception. Like from person to person kasi yung approach dapat sa ganito eh. Pero all I can say is like, all I can do is just commentate about it. But when it comes sa really weigh if yung qualities ng person na 'to, rare ba silang mahanap? Kasi if this person is like really basic and this person's characteristics can be easily found on other people, and you don't know if you value their I don't like saying that kasi I feel like that's like a very heartless approach kasi there's so much more to a person than just their characteristics and their personality, because every person's personality is uniquely their own, and trying to look for that type of person on someone else is kind of fucked up, don't you think? Yeah, scratch that. Fuck that. That's not right. I don't look at it. I don't like advising na look at it from a logical point of view kasi it's kind of heartless if you do that. Pero ayun, balik tayo dun sa point na way kung ano mas mahalaga, yung friendship nyo o yung a chance with this guy. Let's say na this person's like the only friend that you have. In that situation, yeah, I would definitely get the pressure. Kasi siya na nga lang yung kaibigan mo ta's nagkaroon ka pa ng romantic feelings para sa kanya, and ngayon takot ka na baka kapag umamin ka masira yung relationship na meron kayo. That shit's scary, bro. Maybe try to get some hints, but don't be too on the nose with it. try ano, this is what some of my friends do whenever they're in the situation. Yung kakausapin nila, small talk here, small talk there without seeming too interested. Aalamin nila kung ano ba yung mga interest niya, type niya, gano'n, gano'n. And then para that way they can weigh whether worth it bang umamin or hindi. Para that way puwede nila mag-guess yung chances nila with this person. I get that. I mean, if that's your style, go do it. Pero honestly, iniisip ko talaga like kanina pa, if I were in this situation, if I were ready to date, if I were looking for a partner and I saw a potential partner within one of my friends, I would have just told them like straight up, like, "Hey, I got romantic feelings for you and it started nung ganto, ganyan. And I like the way na you do this, na you do that. I can see myself being happy with you in a romantic way." And ganon. I would honestly just admit my feelings. Kasi if we were kung may balak akong mag-date ha, pero wala akong balak mag-date na wag na kasi ano pa yung purpose ng pag-admit ng feelings mo. Pero para you can just get it off your chest and para you can stop all the what ifs kasi may balak ka naman ng mag-date eh. Shoot your shot, be confident. It's all about confidence, baby. Really ano, shoot your shot. Be genuine, be honest about your feelings and be honest to your friend na like be transparent na, "Hey, I caught feelings for you kasi you're so damn attractive and you do you do, you make me feel shit." You know what I mean? Like just be honest with them, be genuine. Para that way, you can be transparent with your friend then kasi na ano, it's hard to be to keep it a secret from them kasi it's gonna be this constant thing. Pero if it's not hard for you to keep it a secret, just go, you do you, bahala ka. I love how this episode is just me trying to be more in depth with my commentary regarding this topic. Pero my personality is just such a straightforward person kaya masasabi ko lang talaga is confess. If you're looking for a relationship, confess. And if it doesn't work out, chances are you'll be friends ulit. And if it doesn't work out, at least you tried, 'di ba? No more what ifs. You explored that section of life and you see na it's not they're not romantically interested in you. And if so, that's okay. Y'all can still be homies. And then, of course, it's not going to be easy for everybody. It's not going to be the same from person to person. For some people, it can be difficult to get over that crush, but distancing yourself is a great first step. If you're struggling with that shit, I highly suggest you listen to other podcasts about this topic. But I will definitely be making an episode about trying to move on from someone. And if that episode's not out yet, I highly suggest looking for other podcasts that talk about it. So yeah, what do you do when you have romantic feelings for someone? Step one, get to know yourself, know your intentions, ano bang balak mo, ano bang gusto mo, and try to see if being with this person is kaya mo ba, sustainable ba siya. And then if they say yes, and if they say na they reciprocate the same feelings that you do, if they say na, "Hey, I see you in a romantic way," then good job. Good job. I'm proud of you. And then start the legal phase. If you're not into that, go. You do you. Just test the waters at first. The whole reason why we date in the first place is to express our love for this person and see we date people to see if it's gonna work. So test the waters with this person and don't be disappointed if shit doesn't work out. I made this rant nung LDR episode about it, so go listen if you want to. But date and see where it goes. And if it just so if you're in the opposite end of the spectrum where you get rejected, it's fine. Ask if you guys can still be friends, but if being friends, I mean, you guys can be friends, yeah, pero mag-set ka ng boundaries and ng konting distance para you can get over your romantic feelings with this person. Don't be that person na, well, you can be that person. I was gonna say don't be that person na nakiki-close pa rin kahit na may romantic feelings ka kasi it's just gonna make life harder for you. Kasi some people like kahit ni-reject na sila, gagawin pa rin nilang kaibigan yung friend nila even though it makes that very hard for them kasi you're constantly in front of this person na you know you can't have but you want them so bad na and then it hurts. It really hurts. Kaya I would suggest na if you're in that situation, distance yourself. Don't be constantly available to this person para that way you can like that way the romantic feelings can die and then you can go back to being homies, being friends. Kasi constantly being available to somebody who's unavailable, that's an episode for another day. Pero that's also tiring as fuck. And you should value your time more in that situation. This episode is going every fucking where, bro. But it's a very vague it's a very vague suggestion from a listener, but ayun, really do just consider your own feelings and then weigh whether it's worth admitting or not. And then if you're like me, go balls to the wall and just confess. Be honest. Be genuine. Be you. Be true. And that's it for today's episode ng Kung Ano Man To. If you want to share more ideas regarding podcast episodes, and if you want to open up about your problems, and if you want to just give out a nice story for us to talk about in this podcast, feel free to send us an email on kunganomantopodcast@gmail.com and give this show a follow and click the bell icon para updated ka sa new updates and uploads ng ating podcast. Halatang inaantok na ako kasi anong oras na. Mag-exam na kasi. And I'm tired. Mag-edit pa ako. But with that being said, bye-bye!